The Twin Cities have quietly become one of the most attractive places to live in the Midwest. And what's interesting is most people don't even have Minnesota on their radar at first. They're looking at places like Texas, Florida, the Carolinas, and then somehow Minneapolis and St Paul start showing up in conversations. And once they start looking into it, they realize there's a lot more than they expected. So in this video, I'm going to break down why people all over the country are moving into the Twin Cities and what's actually driving their decision. Because on the surface, it doesn't seem obvious, but once you understand it, it starts to make a lot more sense. Question: what made you look into Minnesota in the first place? Because most people have a very specific reason, and that's usually connects to everything we're about to talk about. Reason number one, you get more for your money. This is usually the first thing that catches people's attention. Compared to major markets like California, New York, and even parts of Chicago, your money goes further here. You can get more square footage, better neighborhoods, newer homes, more space overall. And for a lot of buyers, especially the first-time home buyers or people relocating from higher cost areas, this is a huge shift. It starts to feel like ownership is actually possible. But here's what makes things interesting. It's not just the price, it's about what the price gets you. Because when people compare what they can afford in other states and then see what the same budget gets you in the Twin Cities, that's when the move becomes real. Reason number two, strong, stable job market. The Twin Cities has one of the most stable economies in the Midwest. You've got major employers across healthcare, finance, retail, technology, and that creates consistency. So people relocating for work or even just looking for long-term stability, this becomes a very attractive option. It's not a boom or bust type of market, it's steady. And that matters more than people expect when choosing where to live. Because it's not just about where you want to live today, it's about where you can stay long-term. Quick curiosity, are you moving because of work or are you choosing location first and figuring out work second? Because that usually changes how people approach this decision. Reason number three, quality of life. This is something people don't fully understand until they're here. The Twin Cities have a very high quality of life. Clean environment, well-maintained infrastructure, strong public systems. Things feel organized, predictable, and people coming from a chaotic and crowded area, this feels like a reset. There are levels of balance here. You're not consistently rushing, but you're not also disconnected from opportunities. And that combination is what draws a lot of people in. Reason number four, the lifestyle is very specific. This is where things either click for people or they don't. The Twin Cities lifestyle is very defined. You get strong seasons, active summers, and more structured routines. People here value community, outdoor activities, consistency, and if that aligns with how you live, this becomes a great fit. But here's the flip side. If you're looking for consistent activities, warm weather year-round, this might not feel like the right move. So this isn't just about opportunity, it's about alignment. Reason number five, space without losing access. This is one of the biggest advantages of the Twin Cities. You can have space without completely disconnecting from the city. Suburbs here still give you access to downtown, access to jobs, access to restaurants and amenities. But with larger homes, quieter neighborhoods, more room to live. And that balance is hard to find in a lot of other markets. You're not choosing between city or suburbs in the same extreme way. You can get both. And this is where I want to ask you, when you picture your move, are you trying to get more space or are you trying to stay close to everything? Because the Twin City gives you both, but you still have to choose where you land. Reason six is still somewhat undervalued. This is something a lot of people don't realize yet. The Twin Cities haven't had the same level of national attention as other markets, which means prices haven't been pushed up as aggressively. So people who are paying attention now feel like they're getting in before more competition. And that creates momentum. Because when more people move here, more people start paying attention, and that's when growth accelerates. Reality check, it's not for everyone. Now here's the part that needs to be said. The Twin Cities aren't for everyone. The winters are real, the pace is different, the lifestyle is more structured. And if that doesn't match what you want, you're going to feel it pretty quickly after moving. But for the right person, it checks off a lot of boxes. Stability, affordability, relative to value, strong community, balance of lifestyle. So when you step back and look at all this, people aren't just moving into Twin Cities randomly. They're making a trade. They're trading high costs in other markets for more space and stability. They're trading consistent activities for balance and consistency. And if that trade makes sense to you, this becomes a strong option. At the end of the day, the reason why so many people are moving to the Twin Cities right now is because it solves a lot of problems people are dealing with in other places. But it only works if it fits how you want to live. If you're thinking about making the move and you want to figure out where in the Twin City actually fits your lifestyle and budget, feel free to reach out. And if you want more breakdowns like this, cost of living, neighborhoods, what different price points get you, make sure you subscribe.